I'm Vicki Loper. I'm the healing artist. And today we're going to be doing a kitten drawing. I'm going to be using pen and ink, pencils, and acrylic paint on this little drawing. He's all black. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the video and I hope you learn a little something. And right now we'll go into alpha, which you know I always do before I do any art. And we start that by doing 3 cleansing breaths and then say down, down, down. And then you're in alpha. Alpha is the middle brain wave. It's the most relaxed and most creative brain wave. And therefore, it's the easiest brain wave to create in. So here we go. Down, down, down. Okay, so now we're in alpha, so take a minute to see how you feel. I feel very relaxed. I feel focused. I feel ready to go. Let's go do it. Okay, this is Fester the kitten. He was about 3 months old when my son took a photograph of him, and I'm going to do a drawing of Fester the kitten. And you know, when I draw animals or people, either one, I always start with their eyes. Okay, so I'm in alpha, and I know you're in alpha. If you're not, do the exercise again to get into alpha. And I'm using oil-based colored pencils that you can find at any art supply store or online, but I prefer oil-based for colored pencils. I think the colors are richer than ones that are not oil-based. And, you know, for his fur and all, I don't do the color until the end, but for the eyes, I like them to come to life. So I'm using that. Fester has quite the backstory. He was found by my son and daughter and under their house as a tiny kitten. He was maybe 3 weeks old, and so they, of course, took him in and nurtured him, and now he's getting to be a big kitty. He was lucky. So I'm going to use my pen . And this pen is a Faber-Castell pen. It's India ink. And I've used these for years too, for illustration. And these days you buy the pen and you kind of throw them away. Back in the old days, we had cartridges that went into the pen, ink cartridges. And so they were not just a throwaway item, but their quality is still really good. And you can find these also in your local art supply store or online if you want to do some drawing. So the supplies I'm using are Bristol board, and it's a paper, although its name is Bristol board. I'm using Bristol board, colored pencils that are oil-based colors, and this is the very fine point on the Faber-Castell ink pen. I know I've told you guys, if you've watched me in the other videos, that I definitely believe that Alpha helped me become a professional artist and have a career for a good many years because of lowering the brain waves. Now these eyes aren't totally finished, they're just kind of a start, and we'll finish them later. But this little kitty has very intense eyes. He's a pretty intense little kitty and has a lot of personality. So now we'll go out from his eyes. Looks like little eyelashes, doesn't it? And this first part of the inking of the drawing, I'm still using the really fine point, and then later I'll add a bigger point. So I'm changing the direction on the strokes because these strokes are part of the bridge of his nose. And then the strokes underneath his eye too go in a different direction. So this process is a little bit like needlepoint, only I can't I can't sew, I can't use the needle and thread, but I really appreciate it. I think it's beautiful. But anyway, I'm just likening it to needlepoint because of the little short strokes and the detail. But once we get to a certain point, then I'll add some other things to him to kind of blend in the little hairs, the little furs that I'm creating with this. And he is really, really a black kitty. And so that has some challenges of its own. So art definitely takes patience, whether you're doing one of those big abstracts that I do, or an illustration, or a pen and ink drawing like this one is. This is pen and ink and pencil. And since he's black, I may add a little paint to it too in the end. I'm not sure yet. It's a possibility. Okay, so I've made a little headway here with Fester. Still have quite a ways to go. I'm still using the very fine point brush. Pinpoint, not brush. So our little Fester drawing is coming along. And as you guys know, I do a lot of layers when I draw or when I paint. Okay, so I'm adding some color into his ear. I added kind of a gold and a light brown, and now I'm going over that with a gray. Put a little this is kind of that little gold color. He's got a light that's shining on him a little bit, and that's why he's got these kind of colors over here. And now I'm using a gray again, kind of darken the fur around his eyes, or his eye. This is one eye, and okay. Add a little Payne's gray over here. And probably down in here too. So we're getting there with little Fester. He's got a little ways to go, but I'm going to do a little work on the blanket that he's wrapped in. And I'm using acrylic. This is a gold acrylic. I'm going to add more gold to his eyes. So the blanket's going to kind of match. Oh, baby kitty. I'm going to add a little gold to his eyes to make them sparkle a little more. Then I may have to add a little bit of green. Yeah. I need a little green. Okay, we'll add a little green to the windows of his soul. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with a pencil that I have actually soaked the tip, since it's a okay, so I do pet portraits. Email me at vicky.loper.art@gmail.com. It's listed under down below under the About section. And we'll get together on a pet portrait that you want to do if you'd like to do one. Or if you'd like a private session to learn how to do one yourself, we can certainly do that. Email me and we'll work it out. So our little fester is finished, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and check me out on Patreon. I'm doing videos on Patreon. They're about more in depth about how spirit helps create, and also more on the art techniques that I'm using. And so check me out over there. They're about twice as long as the YouTube videos. And on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys until we see each other again in about a week. Bye-bye for now.